Hi, I'm Danna.
And I'm Kristen.
Welcome to our podcast,
Mismatched.
We are two moms from completely different walks of life
who discovered friendship where least expected.
This is our space to share, connect, and try to survive this crazy thing we call life. Whatever you are doing,
or wherever you are headed, take Mismatched along for the ride.
Well, Dan already got up and moved some weird random things.
There was a bag back
But everybody's saw it already if they're watching.
I know, but it
doesn't even matter. Welcome back. Welcome back from the land of happiness.
Thank you.
So here's my question. How many moms and dads and crying kids did you see while you were at Disney?
I was those moms and dads and crying kids. It was wonderful. We had a great trip. Very long trip, but really, really good trip.
Good.
Really glad to be home, though.
We missed you, but we're glad you're back.
Yes.
And for the first time ever in our history of podcasting, I'm trying to sit as far away from Dan
I think
as I
have
can.
a slight little cold.
I'm COVID.
It's not. I keep joking. I'm it's just an allergy.
You've had COVID too many times to get
I
COVID
cannot be COVID again. No, I really think my niece has a cold, and I'm pretty sure I got it from her. But or any other human being that I encountered in Disney
she's sitting
World.
here and snot fell out of her nose onto my laptop.
It did, but I Clorox wiped it.
I do lots of things, but I'm can you go get some wipes?
It is. It's very clear. So I think
it was
it's
very
just
clear.
cold.
I saw it was clear.
And it's just a very watery nose right now and watery eyes.
I saw the clear snot boil out
I just have
nose.
I think I might have some allergies going on right now.
Okay, we're gonna go with allergies. And next week, if I'm sick, you'll know that it wasn't allergies.
And Kristen is notorious for being I'm not sick. It's laryngitis.
I get laryngitis. How long? You have known me for quite a few years now.
And you've gotten laryngitis.
I get laryngitis
times. And every time
year.
It is not laryngitis. You're sick every year.
No, I really do get laryngitis. And then the next week, I got a cold. Not when I had the laryngitis.
But I'm breathing fine. It's just the weirdest runny nose. That's why I think it is allergies.
The Disney crud.
I mean, I was on an airplane and I was in Disney World, so one of us was bound to come back.
How was
with
airline
something.
travel?
Totally
How did it
fine.
go?
Totally fine.
No delays, no.
No, we flew United though, so I feel
like United.
That does play a factor. I mean, I hate to say that, but it does play a factor.
Do you think United is better than all the other airlines?
I mean, I normally fly Spirit or Frontier, and my brother only flies United for the most part because he flies a lot for work, and his company uses United, and so he gets a lot of the perks.
I do like United a lot.
Yeah, he gets a lot of perks associated with it.
I use United, so I have my little... I like to fly United, too, because I get the points.
Yeah, I mean, but from Cleveland to Orlando, there's a direct flight. It's an easy flight.
Yeah.
The timing is good, so we flew that.
You're back.
And I'm back.
No lunches are packed.
No lunches are packed.
Laundry is piling high. Although I saw on the internet, when you pile your laundry so tall, it's like a Christmas tree. And then you just put a little bow on the top.
It's very pretty.
A star.
I think we should just
or
go
bow,
with
whatever
that.
you do.
So we packed under the assumption that it was going to be 65 and rainy because I swear to you when we left, that's what the forecast said.
Well, weathermen are the only people who can actually be wrong all the time.
Correct.
They'll keep their
But
job.
normally they're wrong with the precipitation, but the
Yeah.
actual temperature they're fairly right on. And we got down there, and the first day was totally that. We wore sweatshirts. The kids wore their, we were dressed appropriately. And then it was 85 and sunny. And so Sam, I think, wore the same pair of shorts 3 days in a row, lived twice. I was are those really dirty? Every time they wore something, I'm is that really dirty?
I'm going to have to get up. You know something really funny? Tom! Where's Tom? Campbell just texted me. She's like, Muvy, I'm showering in your shower, and this is true. And she's like, there's no conditioner in here. What do I do?
And there's all boys at the house right now.
It's just Parker tonight. Hang on a second. You keep it.
Go ahead.
I'm going to grab my
That's
phone.
quite funny. So I will say we did Universal for 2 days. We did Disney for 5 or 6 days. I don't know where your phone is. And it was great. We really had a great experience, and we did it all. We did all the parks. We did, pool days and Disney Springs and all that stuff. But oh my God, it is so true. You totally need a vacation from a vacation when you get home from Disney. So I came home and got home last night and went to work this morning. And so now we're back to it. I'm pretty sure I have some kind of little congestion issue going on. And now it's like back to the norm. Kristen, well, you went away this weekend.
Yeah, we went to the big OSU Michigan game.
I know, Michigan beat them. That's okay.
So we did a little tailgating. It was good. It was nice. It was a small crowd. We had a good turnout. But, you know, we lost, and it was not like a good loss.
No, it was an embarrassing loss.
It was. You know, spirits, it kind of changes the post-game atmosphere.
Well, and it was like an interesting weekend. Like, so we were down there, and, you know, actually it's always interesting to me, like, a lot of Ohio State fans walking around. Like, a lot. Everybody had their Ohio State gear on. And the next day, we had our Browns gear on. Well, I didn't, because I just didn't. But my brother and Tom did.
They went to the Browns game?
No, but like when we were in Disney, like they wore their Browns gear to Disney.
On that. Really?
Like,
people do that?
Yeah. My brother has a Browns Disney shirt. Like, of course he does.
Are you kidding me? They make such a thing?
Yes. And he has a Star Wars Ohio State shirt. Like, oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah. My brother has it all.
They are Disney crazy.
They are Disney crazy. But I will say, like, Disney has changed a lot of their, like, fast pass, you know, things, and it is very beneficial to go with someone that is Disney crazy, because my sister-in-law is insanely helpful to
But
be
they
with.
changed their system.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of it.
So not a fan. What does she say?
She's also not a fan. I mean, but she at least understands it a lot better than I did. So, like, I was grateful that she was there because she kind of walked me through it. But I just wasn't a fan because I felt like you're spending your entire vacation on your phone. Like, literally, where are we going
Like your
next?
teenager.
Yeah.
Let's discuss this. Teens and phone usage.
This was rough, you guys. So the entire time, Olivia was snapping. The whole trip. The whole trip, she was snapping.
I mean, I got a lot of snaps.
That's all she did. She snapped her friends and Kristen the whole trip.
I feel like it was part of your trip.
It was a little frustrating, though.
That is frustrating. You spend all this money and you plan this trip.
so
like,
much.
stay off your cotton picking phone
I
and
mean,
enjoy
it's
the
like,
moment.
enjoy your family. Be
now,
with
I will
us.
say, like, I don't know, even 10 years ago, like, even now I take less pictures because I feel like I want to enjoy the moment.
I genuinely look. So tonight was the first night I went through all my pictures, and I actually posted pictures to Facebook finally. Like, for the first time. I think I only posted like one picture the whole time we were gone, because I really did. I was like enjoying the moment.
And it is so fun
And
just
it was
to like
great.
be there. You know, social media has been such a big part of my life. Like, I did a lot of work in social media, and still, like, today I feel like on Local Farm Mom I share
Yeah,
a lot, although I've
totally.
really cut back in the last 6 to 8 months because I haven't had a lot of time to do
It's
it.
very time
But,
consuming.
like, you see all these lives of these influencers and these people that are not living normal lives. I'm sorry, when you have a Christmas tree that's 20 feet tall in your house and it looks like the Macy's decoration, that's not normal.
You guys, my Christmas tree died tonight.
It did. You're dead.
It's
We
dead.
cut 4, let me repeat this. We have 4 live Christmas trees in our house.
You know, that makes you sound like you live in this
Actually, 5.
very large home.
We do not live in the large, I mean, we have a fine sized
It's
home.
a beautiful home, but it is not one
We don't
that
have
you
a
would
20-foot
think-
tall tree
Correct.
like the ones I see on Instagram.
Correct.
You know, and a friend of mine posted a picture of a normal kitchen with brown cupboards and, you know, normal. And I'm like, oh,
nice.
that's nice.
It's nice.
I say that, like, we have Christmas trees on our farm, so it's not like
I know, like,
we're
you're
just
not
going to
going
the
to, like,
farm.
buy
I'm not going
them.
to buy 5 Christmas trees. But Sam did cut his own Christmas tree. He cut the ugliest,
That's what he
ugliest little
wants.
like stick.
But if that's what he
It's
wants,
so funny. I can't even believe that he
he's
wanted
like
one.
Charlie Brown.
It's worse than a Charlie Brown. I mean, it's literally a twig. It's hilarious. It was really funny that he was very into it. So we loaded all of them in the back of Bill's truck, and we cut them and shook them and put them in our house. And
Well, we are debating.
Got sap everywhere.
We are a fake family tree. We used to be a real tree.
that's the F word.
We are fake. We have been fake for years.
You got lots of fakeness going on over there.
No, I don't have any fakeness. But we have a fake tree, and so tonight when the tree died, when I say it died, the lights have died on it, and
A fake
Tom's
tree
like,
can't die.
correct. And Tom's like, well, we can restring it, and I'm like, ugh, if
Oh
we're
my
gonna
gosh,
restring it. That's like
sounds
ridiculous.
awful.
Like, are you kidding me? Like, I'm sorry, that's insane. So, and it had already, like, last year, one of the branches broke on it, and
It's time for a new one.
it's time. It's quite a few years
So
old.
I said, get a real one this year, have a good memory, and then shop the sales
we
after
might.
Christmas.
That I am leaning towards
These
it.
artificial trees are not inexpensive.
No, they aren't. But I mean, in the end, like, if you get 5 years out of it, and how much does a real tree cost? Like $100 or whatever. Then you figure it's 500, 5 years of trees. I don't know. It's probably a wash, really, in the end. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever. So then I asked the kids, I said, well, do you want to go get a real tree? And they were like, no.
It's a lot of work.
They don't want to do it.
You'll have to. I have a reel up on Instagram. It's like Bill hanging under the tree as it's going, like
Shaking out the pine needles.
And
Well, that's like the other thing. It's like, who wants to clean up all that? Who wants to deal with
It's
all
actually
that?
not that bad. And Christmas trees, real Christmas trees, are not really a fire hazard.
I'm
You
not
keep
worried
them
about that.
watered
I know. And honestly, that's how we knew this thing was like done. It is shedding. Like bad
the fake ones
Yeah.
shedding?
So it's like it's old.
We pulled Elson tubs of Christmas, and I love Christmas, and I love Christmas decorations. Our whole market is decorated. Although we sold a lot of things, if you didn't notice, there's a lot of missing. And but I have it all over our house currently. Like it's everywhere. And as we're bringing in the Christmas trees, Parker has always had a real Christmas tree in his room. It's like his tradition. I'm gonna yawn.
Well, then, if that doesn't speak volumes about
No,
our
Danna's so
podcast.
boring that I'm yawning. And so Parker was like so excited to get his tree up in his room that I was halfway putting my fireplace tree up, and I hear whoop,
Down it
it
went.
fell over because I knew I didn't have it in there, right? So I'm like, oh, this is going great. So, anyways, they're all standing. They're all just water your Christmas trees. My biggest advice, if you get a real Christmas tree, is just to keep it watered. This first week, or first few days, it's soaking up the most water. You don't need to put anything special in your water. Regular water, keep it watered. When it stops drinking water, that means it stopped intaking the liquid, and it's going to be like sealed off. So you really. It will not store
And then
anymore.
so then you don't need to water it as often.
Just as long as it's staying in the water. But it'll be like that first week, it's going to drink a ton, and then it's got it all stored up in there to make it through the rest of the season.
Look at these tips we're receiving.
I know. If you get a blue spruce, make sure you decorate with gloves because those little things are prickly.
They are prickly.
So I'm going to talk to you in my tree talk. So sap comes from maple trees, Christmas trees as well. But when sap gets on your hands, it's called pitch. So you can say, I'm feeling a little pitchy today with your pitch on your hands. Like if you get pitch, it's one of my favorite lines.
Best you got, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you want a scotch? We got scotch. Scotch Christmas trees.
She's been waiting all day for
Want a
this.
fur?
you guys.
I've got fur. Not for collars, for trees.
You want to keep going?
It's my pine humor.
Oh my God. This is so.
Give me a scotch. I'm feeling a little pitchy.
She has all the jokes.
I do. So
All
it was
the
kind of a
Christmas
big
tree
thing
jokes.
tonight. You'll be hearing this tomorrow. Campbell had her first high school basketball game, and I think she might not be able to walk tomorrow. One of the parents
she's gonna be sore.
suggested that she maybe take some Advil tonight. The girl is so rough.
Did she?
And
Was she like
tough.
flopping all over?
I don't know what her foul count was. I think she only frankly had 2. But the girl is, she's aggressive. And those
Weird.
leg muscles. Yeah, I wonder where she gets that from.
Weird.
All of her aggression. I was very impressed with her. She had a fun game. The JV lost, varsity won. So it was exciting. I worked the concessions.
You're
And
officially a West G mom.
I'm a West G mom. I'm learning the ropes. I
love it.
learned today that the boys' basketball has their own refrigerator and the girls' basketball has their own. And you would never.
So you do not touch.
You do not touch the others.
Interesting.
It is like very serious. I made friends with the janitor, who I'm not sure he really likes his job. But Parker, of course, was talking to him. And I'm sure Parker, I don't know, I heard him talking about his wife or things. I'm like, you're talking to a 13-year-old boy. But I think he was like, I don't like my job. And I don't know, it was rather funny. But he was very nice. So
Interesting.
it was a weird
What
little-
else did I miss this week? How was your Thanksgiving? I didn't even
Thanksgiving
ask you.
was good. My whole family was here. Our elf appeared. They made a grand entrance.
What?
And my
Tom.
turkey turned out great. I did spatchcock, which if you don't know what that is, that's when you cut the spine out of the turkey or the chicken, which I highly recommend. And then I smoked it on the Traeger, which was fantastic. It was super juicy, really good. It freed up my oven space, so that was
is true.
nice. But it was delicious. We had so much food left over, and it was nice. It was good. It was wonderful.
That's awesome.
It was a good time.
We went for Mexican on Thanksgiving
Mm-hmm.
in Disney. 10 out of 10 do not recommend.
Really?
it didn't feel like Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I don't know
I've had
that I liked
Thanksgiving at
that.
a Cracker Barrel before, and we actually liked it. But they serve kind of Thanksgiving
So
at Cracker Barrel.
I would have, like, our hotel was serving like a Thanksgiving meal. I would have rather done something along
that.
those lines. I don't like that. It did not feel like Thanksgiving.
Well, I have to tell you one thing about this weekend and tailgating. So, one of the big things about our tailgate, which this tailgate precedes me, is that we have a porta potty at the tailgate.
I heard.
Yeah. So we have this porta potty, which you have to move. And porta potties are actually very light. If you've never tried to move one, before they get stuff in them, they're very light. So Bill, like traditionally, pushes the porta potty across the parking lot because they all get dumped in one spot. Dump. So funny.
But
And we have a button for that somewhere.
that's not it. That's not the button.
That's not it. And then pushes it over and it says like Patterson party. And so Danna normally isn't there, but she couldn't be there because she was in Disney. And so she was like the porta potty police.
I just don't want random people using our porta potty.
Which everybody tries to use your porta potty.
Right.
So Danna literally had to be the person that says,
I was like,
sorry, this is
get
part of
out.
it.
I was rude.
I'm so fancy. I have my own porta potty
Right.
at the tailgate.
Right. And you cannot use ours.
So this year we had it actually tucked into the bushes in the middle of our tailgate. It was very nice placement. And so many people kept asking, like, forget it, $10, $5. People paid us. We covered the cost of the porta potty.
That is what I heard.
With
And
peers.
I have to tell you, I have never been more proud than I was when I heard that.
Bill looked at me like, what the heck are you doing? I'm like, listen,
It was a
these
proud
people, look at that line.
moment.
You see this line?
Let me tell you,
It's called pay to pee.
I would pay.
Well, everybody obviously did. We covered
Yep.
the whole cost. We could have made more money.
I was so proud when I heard that you guys did that because I thought it was like I was there in spirit.
It's a pee all day. So then we had repeat peers. So we made friends with people. And then frankly, Andy
I cut
Oswald,
him a
our
discount
friend,
at that point.
Our friend was giving them chili. And then there were some of them were getting drinks because they were becoming our friends because they were such frequent fire peers.
You give them drinks and then they come back
and
They
pay
gotta
more.
pee
No, I think they only charged one time. It was like a one-time pee. Oh,
What are you
look at
doing
this.
here?
Tom is bringing us some charcuterie. We've got the Italian meats.
Little
We've got the
provolone.
little provolone cheeses.
Thanks, babe. That's very nice of
That's
you.
good. Because I've been at basketball all night.
Can you bring me a bottle of water?
That's delicious. So
That
yeah,
one's
we
empty.
pay to pee. It was a nice little endeavor.
I don't really think we should be eating while we're doing this. We're like chewing into the microphone.
It is a little difficult. But that was a nice thought, Tom.
Yeah, my bad.
So we have a big birthday coming up this week. Jack turns 14.
That's huge.
The kids are going skiing.
I know, they're so excited.
They're going to have their first trip to Holiday Valley. So Campbell's looking forward to that. And so is Jack. And Sam is even going to go along. Some said friends.
Yep. Liv is very excited to go.
That's up in
She's
the air, apparently.
About going?
Sam?
Oh, Sam's up in the air now. He's got something better going
Well,
on.
no, I don't know. Well, it didn't sound like it's been.
I don't know. Controversy.
anyways.
There's always teenagers.
Guess what I have this weekend?
Nothing.
Well, I have a craft show on Saturday,
Oh,
but
craft shows?
it's
You're
my
still
last
doing
one. It's my
these?
last one. But I'm really, really, really excited because I have nothing on Sunday,
That's nice.
which I just realized.
I think I have nothing on Saturday. You know, I was thinking about, I don't remember the last day that I didn't go to work.
If the,
Danna and Tom are like mouthing each other.
no, well, that sounds dirty. So we're just trying to have a private conversation here
On
while
the
I'm not
podcast?
podcasting.
I mean, this is.
But
this
I'm
is
thinking
great.
if you end up going skiing on Saturday,
You're going to be home alone.
what are we going to do with the boys?
Aren't you going to be here?
No, I have a craft show.
Craft show.
Oh, we'll have to figure that out.
Did you think you were going to be back by 7? Because Campbell has a band thing, and if she doesn't attend the band thing, then she has to take a midterm, and that might be bad for
Oh,
the
gosh, that's awful.
the girl that doesn't really know how to play the flute, but's in the marching band.
Do you know that that's what Olivia does?
So all these kids are just moving their
Olivia
fingers.
told me that she just holds the flute up to her
This is
mouth.
crazy. And here we have Parker, who I have got to give it to his instructor, Lydia, whatever her name is. That was like Lydia. I started to say both. At the same time, Lydia is awesome. And Parker sounds so good. He played for us on Thanksgiving.
But like, here's the thing. These other kids are being total stinkers, and Parker's going to actually be successful.
Well, he doesn't really want to be in the marching band in high school. He wants to play football. So But I told him he could do
He
both.
can do
but
both.
I think he really enjoys his music instructor. I think
He can
that's
do
part
both.
of it. So, but it's just fun to watch these kids do different things they love, and we've hit our time.
We've had our time. Do you have a fast five?
I don't. You got to hit me with one, or we're off the air.
All right. Fast five. I got nothing. Okay, tell me 5.
Disney pro tips.
Oh, I
Yeah,
could
why don't you give me 5 Disney Pro
5
tips?
Disney Pro tips.
And I'll sit here and eat this provolone and salami.
Okay, 5 Disney Pro tips. 1 would be you have to wake up at 7 o'clock to do this stupid Genie Plus thing. You have to make sure that you
Every day you have to wake up at 7 o'clock?
If you're going to the parks, yeah.
Well, that stinks.
It's the dumbest thing ever. 2 would be bring your own water bottles and snacks to the parks.
Because you can refill those.
Totally. Like, do not buy water bottles there. Do not. And there are places that you can refill your water.
You can even get free cups of water there.
Huh? 3.
They'll give you cups.
If you are a coffee drinker and you're staying on property, buy
Get the refillable cup.
$20 bottle water, refillable drinker thing. That's the way to go. What else, babe?
Rope drop in the morning.
Tom's a big fan of the rope drop. He's like, it's like he's never discovered the
Oh.
rope drop. He's a big fan of the rope drop and like being
Be the
there
first park
early.
and trip.
So when you stay on property, you can get in, half hour
What
early.
about pack lots of credit cards so you can pay for your trip?
We're-
Because it's so stupid
What
expensive.
were your exact words? I'm never going to financially recover from this. I think those were his exact words. So
Says the financial advisor.
right. So that's kind of scary.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was a rough one. But we had a great time. It was a great trip. So save
Until
all your
next
money.
time, friends.
We're mismatched.